Oh my goodness. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our 7 a.m. on the Pacific Coast. Profit in your PJs. I'm Anna Camp, and we have a power-packed Zoom this morning. I see our Zoom loaded up, and welcome everybody. This is a great time to invest in your business. So thank you for getting on. You are all entrepreneurs, and I am just blown away by what we've done so far this month. We're about halfway through the month. I want to go through some announcements. I want to do a really specific training this morning, and I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm going to get us started. I am recording this. It will go up on my YouTube channel later today. So for anyone that missed it on your team, please make sure get the word out, send them the link, and so that everybody can participate in the information. And then if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe there. That's where you can get notifications for any videos that we get put up there in between. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen with you guys and get us off and running this morning. So we have lots of stuff going on. I'm going to run through some very, very quick announcements. Please grab your pen and paper. So we all know that at the end of this month, we have our Nerium URLs going away. They will no longer work. So please make sure that you change all of that in your contact database. So if you're using support at Nerium.com, you're going to want to change that to @Neora.com, etc. So here's a couple of examples. Also, they will change for your personal website for your Neora business, and they will also change for your customers as well. So make sure if you have tools out, I know I went through all of the tools that I have in my trunk ready to go and relabeled all of them with the new Neora website. So if you haven't already done that, very, very important. You want people to find you if you want to do a business, right? We are in the midst of April Accelerator. This is our double trip volume. So never before has this been done in the history of this company where they were giving us double trip volume before they've even announced a trip. So you get double trip volume for all your customers that you put in, both preferred customers and retail. You get double trip volume for all of your orders, all of your new brand partners, and anybody that you upgrade from a PC to a BP, from a customer to a brand partner. Slow down a little bit. I know some of you are on here are new. So by the way, welcome all the new people. I noticed I had some new faces on here this morning, so it's always good to see you. So this is one to definitely take advantage of. We're halfway through the month. We still have halfway, but as you guys know, we do have the conference next week. We are literally 10 days away from that. This is an urgent message. This is an absolute must-do when you get off the call today. When you get off this call, please make sure everyone on your team knows. We've been very loud, very proud about this. I know it's been all over, but today's corporate update call at 3 o'clock Central Time is going to be a huge call. We're going to get not only a sneak peek and information about the new products, but you will have the ability to purchase these products at a discount. So one thing they did tell us on the National Marketing Director call is that we will only be able to purchase these products on the call today at conference, and we will not have them available yet for customers. Okay, so hold off on customers. You don't need to tell customers all about the products. You definitely want your list, your target list. You want to be talking about it, but don't promise that anyone can purchase the products this month. What you're going to want to say is, the products are coming. I'm going to put you on my wait list. Can I notify you as soon as they become available? So this is definitely one of those things to do on your checklist, getting ready for our conference next week. You want to have your list of people that you want to target coming out of conference. You want to be front and center at the conference. I know on a lot of our leadership calls, most of you have been hearing at our regional, Karen DeSantis did an amazing job of going through the checklist of all the things that you need to have for the conference. And one of them is be intentional, have intentionality. What are you going there to learn? Be really serious about your business. Show up early. Meet with teammates that are out of town. Don't just hang out with the people that you know. Get to know new people. The relationships that you will build there are going to serve you for the rest of your career in this business. Make sure that you have your highlighter so that as you take notes, you can highlight the things on your list, the to-do things. Have some snacks, be ready to listen and learn. If you need to take a trip to the restroom, don't hang out in the lobby. There's nothing worse than running into Jeff Olson while you're chatting with someone in the lobby. You want to be at your seat, you want to be front and center. Just some quickies on that. But before I leave this screen, please, neorazoom.com/CUC, be on the call today. Make sure you're the mouthpiece for your team. Make sure your team knows to be on that call as well. As you know, we're doing a great dinner. We have a drawing for all of you who have gotten points for this drawing. This month, we extended the drawing until the 18th. That is Thursday. The close of business on Thursday is the last day that you'll be able to get tickets into this drawing to be invited to the dinner in Nashville. So this is a dinner where we're drawing 50 winners. Steve Lee and I are personally taking you to dinner. It's going to be a phenomenal dinner. At that dinner, we are pulling cash prizes of all the people that are at that dinner for $1,000 cash, $500 cash, and $200 cash. So you want to be part of that. So every new brand partner is 3 tickets. Every new preferred customer in the month of April is 1 ticket. So you want to get as many tickets as you can between now and the close of business on Thursday. But do not stop there, because I'm going to stop my screen there for a second. Do not stop there, because guys, this is a time when you want to be very, very intentional about the next few days up until conference. I know some of you are not going. If you're not going, please, I just beg you to rethink it. There are still available tickets. I know I've got a couple tickets. If someone is in need and they really need a ticket, please reach out to me. If you need help with flights or any of that, rooms, please reach out, reach up. This is a very, very important event of the year. And think about it for a second. If you worked a corporate job, which many of you do, and it was a requirement to go to your conference every year, you would go. Same thing here. If there's any way you can get there, please get there. I know a lot of you are going to the conference. And so I want to really talk from my heart about a couple of things that are really, really important. And one of them is April is a month when you can double your business. It's a month because it is a conference month. There's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of enthusiasm. There are a lot of new announcements. There's a lot going on. And even though many of us will be away for a chunk of days, this is a time. Not every single month is one of those kinds of months. April is definitely a month to do that. What I want to do for the next portion here is I want to talk about the system of what we do, and I want to help you close business. So whatever your goal was for the entire month, I want you to hit that goal before you leave for conference. It is absolutely doable, and it all has to do with your mindset. Now listen, there's going to be people right now that are busy shopping for the new outfit. There's going to be people right now that are go, oh, I'll just wait and see. And after the conference is over, I'll come back and that should put a fire under my behind, and that'll really get me going. Don't be one of those people. This is your time to get to your goal before you leave. Because when we come back from conference, there are literally only 3 days left to close the month. Okay, so this year the conference is toward the end of the month, so you don't want to squander that away. Speaking of squandering away, I love Jennifer Elston's saying, and I'm going to just now give her credit for the 3rd time, and I'm going to steal it for my own. Don't squander away what people are praying for. You are sitting in a seat that's never been sat in before. This company is in momentum. All you have to do is get in the boat and get your oar in the water. So I want to talk about some things that you can do and some ways to help you get into a conversation and get the business closed before you leave. And then I'm going to sum up with what to do this month that's very, very important. Quick announcement, I do want to remind you guys that there will not be a corporate update call next week. There will not be a Profit in Your PJs next week. And there will also not be the Leadership Edge call on Thursday mornings because we all will be at the conference. So just so you know, we'll be back here on the 30th will be the next time we do our Profit in Your PJs. So let me share my screen again with you guys because I want to get back here to a little bit more content in terms of the actual training part of this call. So we talked about this last week. We're about mastering the 2-a-day system. This is one of our core commitments, right? Of the 10 core commitments that we have, this is one of them, and it's one of the most important. We want to be taking 2 people from not knowing about Neora to knowing about Neora every single day. We're going to use third-party tools to do that. We're not going to open our mouth and try to sell somebody. We're going to show them pictures. We're going to set a follow-up. We have to follow up with them because if we've given them samples and we don't set the follow-up, nothing will ever happen. We can never move the needle past that. We're going to follow up with them. And the next one is sponsoring them. Now, many of us know that we don't necessarily sponsor them in as a customer or as a brand partner right at that point. We know that this funnel is a circle for a reason because they may need some more information. They may need another third-party tool. They may need another touch. They may need a sit down. They may need to come to an event like a market party or a real results party. They may need another touch, right? So we're going to pique interest a little bit more. We're going to find out. We're going to ask questions. And so we're going to set the follow-up again. We're going to continue through this process. So I want to give you a couple of pieces for this process that will help you. So this one are the power questions. I train on this a lot, but some of you might just need a little touch, a little bit reminder. Some of you are new on here. I want to give you some ways to get into the conversation. So it might be power questions for our skincare part, our anti-aging skincare part. So, what kind of skincare are you using now? This is a great lead-in question. You can ask anybody. You can ask a man, you can ask a woman, you can ask somebody older, you can ask somebody younger. Even when you ask a man this question, he may look at you a little bit quizzically and go, what do you mean? What kind of skincare am I using? But when you say it like that, people will think, even people that don't use skincare, or maybe a man that doesn't use skincare yet, will be thinking, oh my gosh, well, is everyone using skincare? Maybe I should be thinking about this, right? These power questions are great because you're going to find out a lot about somebody here. Now, the power questions don't replace necessarily the caring about somebody, loving on somebody, the initial portion of talking to someone, catching up with someone, finding out about their life, hearing about what they're doing for their job, finding out what's happening with their family, finding out what they're going to do for their summer vacation, etc., or Easter vacation, spring break, whatever. Because those questions will prompt them to ask about you when you now have the bridge to talk about Neora, where you can say, oh my gosh, partnered with $1 billion anti-aging company. I am so excited. I'm having the time of my life, which causes them to ask more questions about Neora because you just got the bridge. In the process, these power questions are great questions to use. So, oh my gosh, speaking of anti-aging skincare, what products are you using now, right? How long have you been using it? Oh my gosh, I've been using it for the last 5 years. Seriously, what do you like best about? 5 years is a long time, and they will tell you. You're going to get clues that allow you to get to some of these next questions, right? So is it doing everything you ever wanted? Is it, if it could do one thing better for your skin, what would you want it to do? You might ask that question a different way. You might say, Wow. Well, tell me, like, when it comes to skincare challenges, what's your biggest skincare challenge? Right? That might be a way that you ask that same question. Number 4, if I could give you something that would help with that discoloration, would you be open to trying it for free? Would you be open? Right? Sometimes they'll say no. It's very rare. Okay, so power questions for prospecting people for wellness. You know, when it comes to anti-aging and wellness, which one are you more interested in? Right? I love this one. What are you doing for your brain health? Because again, people think, oh my gosh, is everybody doing something for their brain health? Do I need to be thinking about doing something for my brain health? So these are really good power questions. You know, another power question when it comes to these is, if you could have better sleep or more energy, which one would you want more of? Which one would you want more of? So these are great power questions. When's the last time you were sick? You know, can you believe, I don't know about you guys, but a lot of people right now around me have been sick. There's this big kind of cold flu going on. One girl texted me this morning with bronchitis, talked to one of my top leaders who's really been nursing herself and her household, her family through through being sick. You know, so these are great power questions, because remember, you have a solution. And in business, people that have a solution are people that make the most money. If you are not following up, you are missing out. This is the time to follow up. And I specifically wanted to talk about this today because we've got 10 days to reach all of your goals for the month before we take off and start in our conference, right? This is an important time. So you want to really be following up this week. Why do we follow up? Well, as cliche as it is, all the money is in the follow-up. The money is in the people's pockets. The money is not in your back office. It's out there talking to people. It's starting the conversation. It's getting into the conversation. It's using third-party tools. It's following up on those third-party tools. And follow-up, guys, every single bit of it is here in the follow-up. Follow-up to care. How long do we follow up with somebody? People ask me that all the time. Well, how long do you follow up? Until I read their obituary, literally forever. Now, does that mean that every time I talk to them, I'm trying to get them to buy something? Not necessarily. Sometimes my follow-up, if I followed up several times and I find that they're not ready yet to buy the products, I might just follow up by texting them a picture and saying, oh my gosh, another one. Look at these results. Just wanted to swing by and tell you, have a fabulous day. Have a great day. Hope you have an amazing day today. That's it. I don't say, look at this picture. Do you want to buy some? I'm just dripping another drip, another drop. Sometimes the follow-up is intentional in that you've got to find out, you know, what did you like best about what you just used? And I'm going to help you with some of those closing questions in just a minute. But this will continue to build the relationship. This, by the way, following up with somebody also includes going on Facebook and commenting on some of the people that you're working on building a relationship with. You may be working on, you got a sample out to them, but maybe you're not ready to quite follow up and say, you know, I've given you the bottle for 5 days, for example, you're not ready 2 or 3 days in, but you want to maybe comment a wonderful comment on their post so that you're still in the process with them. Following up with people is going to uncover the objection. Any objection, any question is awesome, okay? Don't be afraid of any question that you get or any objection. That just means that's giving you a way to move to the next step in the sale. Why are we following up? Because it gives duplication. People do what you do, and from the first time that you approach anybody in this business, any way that you approach them, even if you're just catching up with them in order to hopefully get into the conversation, you are teaching them how to do the business. You will teach them right or you will teach them wrong, okay? So you're duplicating in all that you do. So be mindful of this. And that's part of the reason That's part of the reason that we keep it very, very simple. It's part of the reason that we don't jump in there and try to sell somebody, because how many of you know that people say all the time, I don't want to sell anything. It's one of the top objections. Oh my gosh, I'm not a salesperson. And if you're selling to them, and if you're acting like a salesperson, and you're going on and on and on about this, and you're saying things like, oh my gosh, you would be so good at this. If you're doing all those things, they are backing away, and they will think to themselves, oh my gosh, I could never do what he or she does. It's the brilliance of sharing a tool and sharing a picture and sharing something that is not you talking, because your prospect, your potential customer, your potential brand partner is thinking, oh my gosh, I can do that. All she did was show me pictures. All he did was send me a video. I could do that. That's a great video. What if I sent that to my friends? That's what you want them to be thinking. And that's why the system of what we do works, because it duplicates. Okay, in asking for the sale, we have some important closing questions. And I want you guys to get comfortable doing this, okay? I want you to get comfortable with this. I say this, these are two very important words. Matter of fact, I did a real results party yesterday, and I use these words in closing. So speaking of closing at an RRP, I do something a lot that really works, and I'm going to share it with you. As I usually have extra product. Most of us have extra product. And if you have a lot of extra product or only a couple of items, this still works. I say to people, I'll say, okay, you guys, I might be closing, and after I've shown some pictures and I've given some information and I've kind of run through the products really quickly, I'll say to them, you know what? Our products are so inexpensive. They are so underpriced for the value that they bring. You are going to be blown away when you use the products. They're roughly $30 to $90, and you can get sets of products that save you a ton of money as well. Now listen, it takes at least a week to get these products. But you know what? We've got a super limited supply here. So some of you are going to take the products home tonight. Okay, so please let me know if you're interested in something right away. And we're just going to mix and mingle. You can grab a glass of wine, and I'm going to help you get your orders going. So I close like that because I assume the sale. In all that I do, I assume the sale. If somebody says to me, oh gosh, I could really use that, night cream, once I tell them what it does, or I show them some pictures, that wow, I could really use something for the discoloration, I'm going to say, oh my gosh, most people get the advanced skincare set, because it's the best way at the lowest price to try all of our products. That way you can see which ones you fall in love with, so that in the subsequent months you can just order one or two of those products. Do you see how not only am I closing them with the most people, I'm upselling them at the same time, and people want to do what most people do, right? The FOMO, you've heard of FOMO, fear of missing out. People want to do what most people are doing. Another one, I'm putting in some orders today. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to call you. So this is a way that I follow up with people, even though maybe they didn't really express 100% readiness or 80% readiness. Maybe they're at 50%. Maybe at some point I can get them. I'll still say it. I'll just say, oh my gosh, I've been so busy. I almost totally overlooked you. I'm putting in some orders today. Shoot, I can't remember. Did you want the night and the day cream, or did you want the whole advanced skincare set? I can't remember. Now, I'm just acting as if they're going to get it. Don't be afraid of doing this. Give it a whirl. What the heck? All they can say is, no, I'm not ready yet, or maybe they are ready, best case. But if I do it like that, I kind of act like it's a posture thing. Okay, so it's a posture. I have the posture. I am busy. Everybody's buying stuff. I'm calling back. Oh my gosh, I almost overlooked you. You guys, it works. Do it. And I promise you, you will become just like many of us who really are that busy, who really are taking that many orders, who really are moving the needle in our businesses. So in the business side of what we do, there's a lot more product closing questions as well. And when you ask somebody, by the way, in the power questions, when you say something like, what is your biggest skincare? So what do you think your biggest skincare challenge is? What do you think your friend's biggest skincare challenge is? Don't be afraid to ask those questions, because it gets them thinking about who they know that might need the products, which gets them thinking about potentially doing the business down the road. So all of these questions, all of what you're doing are planting seeds, okay? So in the business part, what did you like best about what you just saw? What did you like best about what you just heard? What did you like best after you get somebody maybe on one of the webinars that we do? Maybe you get somebody, at an RRP, and we've talked about the business and we've talked about the products. These are great closing questions. What'd you like best about what you saw here? What'd you like best in the presentation? Were you more interested in the products, or were you more interested in the business? Right? Closing questions for the products might be, what did you like best? Were you more interested in the anti-aging, the skincare part of this, or were you more interested in the wellness part? Which one? So you're giving them a choice. It's a choice close. The same as when I called them and I said, which did you like? Or when I said to them, oh my gosh, I overlooked you. I didn't want to forget about you. I'm so sorry, I'm putting some orders in today. Which one did you want? Did you want the whole advanced skincare set, or did you just want to start with maybe our core regimen, right? And in doing that, I'm not saying, did you want to order? That could get me a no. I'm saying, which one did you want? Okay, so the choice. Another one, when I'll maybe just say to somebody, so tell me what you're thinking. And I just stop and I pause and I smile. I want to hear what they're thinking. So what are you thinking? Maybe at an RP, they're looking at the order form and they're trying to figure out what they want. What are you thinking? My favorite one is, what would prevent you? What would prevent you from joining us? Here's the key to that question. You must add their why. So what would prevent you from joining us and getting started, making a little extra money on the side so that you feel like you have your own nest egg and you're not relying always on your husband's income? What would prevent you from getting started with us and getting on your way to paying off that debt? Because doing what you're doing, you're only going to have the same results. So what would prevent you? And I wait and I listen. The waiting and the listening is often the hardest part, okay? So how do you see yourself getting started? How do you see yourself getting started? Did you want to get started with the big pack, with the most product and the most ability to grow your business really fast? Or did you just want to get your toe in the water with the starter pack? Or maybe let's go in the middle. What do you think? Which one did you want? That's a how do you see yourself getting started? The other one is, when do you see yourself getting started? And I love this one. When I might be mixing and mingling at an RRP, I might be sitting with somebody, I might have just showed them a whole bunch of before and after pictures. I might say, okay, so are we crazy or are we onto something? Nobody says we're crazy. They either say, well, a little of both, or you're onto something, because we are onto something. That is for sure. So you guys, another closing question that I use sometimes is this one. And it's a question that I use when I feel like they probably want to do it, but they may not have the money. And so I might say to them, well, gosh, Carol, if it was $1, okay, you guys, don't use the word sign up, okay? Don't say sign up, okay? If it was $1 to get started with us today and get on your way to changing your life, would you join us? Would you join us if it was $1, okay? Because I want to know, is it the money? And a lot of times someone will say yes. And then it's easy to say, listen, you've got stuff in your garage you're not using, you've got something you don't need, Have you ever heard of eBay? Let's sell something. Let's have a garage sale. Let me help you change your life. My friend Nancy Kang, oh my gosh, she sold 2 handbags to get started. Changed her life. Now she makes a 6-figure income and she has a beautiful life. She's been able to send her kids to college. Everything changed because she was willing to get rid of something she wasn't even using. So I want to stop here and I want to just quickly wrap up, because this is the time, guys. This is the time to focus really on your closing of your business as though the close of the month was prior to conference. Okay. I want you to focus on higher value, higher ticket products. And the reason I say this is because so many times I watch where someone says, you know, gosh, well, let's just get a cleanser. Let's just order you a cleanser, something you can try. Well, a cleanser is not a product. A cleanser is an add-on product, okay? A cleanser is something you add on to the day and night cream. A hydrogel patches is something you add on to the eye serum. The advanced skincare set is what I lead with every single time, because if I have to back down 1 or 2 products, I do. If someone says right away that they want, you know, I need something for, you know, kind of all of that, I'm going to definitely lead with the day and night cream, because you want these extracts on your skin 24 hours a day. This is a time right now when you need to solidify your customer base. Last month, we had a ton of new customers, record month. We grew our customer base on this team about 65%. Congratulations, you guys. You blew it out of the water. This is the time when you want to make sure that you retain those customers. Be getting on the phone with them. Be talking to them, because the 23rd is going to happen right before a lot of people leave for conference. You do not want to wait until the 23rd to do this. You want to do this now, okay? Very, very important. And the idea behind this, every single brand new customer last month gets a 10% discount this month. We should be able to retain every single customer that we got last month and build from there. Guys, this is how you build a long-term residual income. This is how you build the stability in your business, by continuing to keep the business that you have. Please don't go sign somebody up as a customer and say, okay, I'll just cancel your auto ship right away. Okay, let me give you some verbiage for that. So we did this RP yesterday. One of the girls came right up to me and she said, I see this thing about auto ship. I don't want to do this if I have to be on an auto ship. And I said, listen, here's what we're going to do. Okay, by the way, that's another set of very powerful words. Stay in control. Whether you're working with your team as a leader and you're developing yourself as a leader, or you're working with your prospects and you're developing yourself and your closing skills. These are powerful words. All right, listen, here's what we're going to do. You guys get that? All right, listen, pause. Here's what we're going to do. When you talk with authority, when you talk with posture, when you talk with surety in your voice, when you are sure about what you're doing, people will come along with you. So at this RRP, I said, all right, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to set you up as a preferred customer. We want you to get the deepest discount. You don't want to pay retail prices. So friends, and I always laugh if I need to interject something funny. Oh my gosh, friends don't let friends buy retail. So we're going to set you up as a preferred customer. The company does set you up with an auto delivery. I promise you, you're not going to get any product without me calling you and checking up on you, making sure. I promise you, we can cancel it, we can delay it, you can get it sometimes, but I want to set you up so anytime you order in the future, you're going to get the deepest discount. So I promise you, I will take care of it. And you guys, you have to take care of it with your customers. I usually take care of it for a customer 1-2 months in a row. Then I will send them an email of how to do it themselves, explain it to them, and let them be in control of it. But I tell everybody, you want to be on these products 30, 60, 90 days. Okay, I don't say you want to be on the products 90 days because sometimes that scares them. But if you say 30, 60, 90 days and you build it like that, they will stay on the product. So please retain your customers. If you don't, this is going to look like a job where every month you have to go get new customers. So it's very, very important to retain the customers, 10% discount. So make sure you do all of that before you leave this week. Anyone that you have to close as a brand partner, let's get them to conference, okay? Please don't stop asking your prospects. Don't stop asking your brand partners until all the way up until the day you leave to come to the conference. It will blow up their life. It will blow up their business. You guys, you have something. You must believe that you do, because you do. Stop sitting on the bench. This is your time to make it happen. And I know you can. So I'm going to leave you guys with, I cannot wait to see you in Nashville. I am so fired up. I am on point. I am closing business myself. I'm running right alongside you guys. You have everything that you need in your arsenal to make it happen. So I will see you guys all in Nashville. Don't forget to get on the corporate update call today. If anybody needs help, let's go. I am running. I want to partner right alongside you guys. Have a great rest of the week. Let's close before we go as though we're closing the month. So when we come out, we've got 3 more days to blow it up. And let's make Nashville the greatest event of all times. So long, everybody. See you.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Anna.
Thanks, Anna.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anna.
You bet. Have a great day.